Let's now talk about approaches to writing. There could possibly be a number of approaches which may be included in the process of the teaching of writing skills. But before we decide about a possible approach to teach writing, we need to decide about certain other factors. We need to see whether we want to know our students writing as a process or as a product, because such a choice would definitely have impact on their writing strategies. Similarly, we would also need to decide that we want our students to know the writing in various genres, or we want to make them write creatively or in some other forms of writing. All these decisions would have an impact on our teaching and their learning strategies. Let's have a look at the writing as a process and product approach. If we consider writing as a product, the major aim of our teaching would be to focus on the goal of the task or the end product. For example, genre approach is an example to this. We focus on various norms in a genre which are needed to finish the task, instead of various processes or sub-skills which are a part of the process approach. As I have just said, that process approach focuses on various steps which are involved in writing a draft. And these includes various sub-skills which may be taught to students, and students might be trained in them so that they may learn all necessary skills which are involved in completing a writing task. For example, editing and redrafting are some important skills which are associated with the process approach, and they are very important for second language learners because they need to edit and redraft their scripts many a time while writing something in a second language. Writing process is very complex, and in this way this could be time consuming as well. It's very easy in other ways and could be profitable in making students learn more than one skills in writing, but it could at the same time be time consuming. Overall, if we say that the writing process, though it is not focused a lot in many second language learning, especially English language learning context, if it is employed, could be very useful, at least as useful as the product approach is. The next is genre approach. Genre approach focuses on learning various norms of the various forms of writing. If you write in a certain genre, you're writing a story, you're writing a literature, or you're writing a piece for a newspaper, you need to know the various norms of these various kinds of writing. And in a genre approach, a writer needs to have a knowledge of the topic, knowledge of the various conventions and styles of the genre, because every genre of writing has its own style. The context in which that writing is being made, and especially the audience who will be reading that written piece, and in which situation. These are the elements which are very important to be known by the writer. However, in certain situations, this genre approach could be prescriptive because it would limit students' free thinking by focusing on the norms of a certain genre. Creative writing is based on imaginative tasks. Students are usually asked by their teachers to write on various imaginative topics, for example, various stories and plays, etc. It promotes some confidence among learners. It could be a journey and self-discovery, as said by Jeffield, and this could be very productive for students if employed properly. It has been seen if students are encouraged and motivated by the teacher, they work harder in such drills than other writing drills. However, some students might find writing imaginatively by thinking or creating their own stories a bit more testing than other skills. In such situations, teachers would have to play the role of a motivator, and they would have to encourage such students, and possibly teachers may help them in other ways as well. Writing as a cooperative act or activity is another approach. In this approach, we could take help from the experiences of others. Students can share with each other their writing and get their feedback. They could bring in teacher as well. So writing becomes a collaborative activity. Students and teachers can gradually reconstruct a final product. They share their ideas, share the writings, get teachers, peers feedback, and then they finally produce a finished project. Another approach could be developing writing habit. And this is very important for those students who lack confidence in writing. Teacher could develop the habit of such learners by infusing some confidence in them and making them look at writing skills as a really achievement activity or skill. In such a situation, student would learn a lot. So in short, teacher will have to motivate such students who lack confidence in writing.